Hello out to all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game I Did Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear, listening into another Gamer Stars video from me. And this is something I keep seeing pop up because, especially now since Cuphead is going to be on the Switch, and there are people arguing back and forth. I don't know why the camera is doing that, but there are people arguing back and forth about whether or not Nintendo games should be on the Xbox or on Xbox services. Me personally, I don't care if they're working back and forth in a partnership in tandem. I don't care. But the game that keeps getting brought up is a first-party IP, which is Splatoon. Mind you, Cuphead is not a first-party IP for Microsoft. Somebody else developed it and owns the title, owns the rights to the game. Microsoft just funded it. It's kind of like a Bayonetta 2 situation, which actually would have made more sense to me if people would have been like, hey, well, if they're getting Cuphead, why can't we get Bayonetta 2? That makes more sense to me, but I digress. If Splatoon 2 ended up on Xbox or Windows services, Windows, like obviously Xbox or Windows Live. Okay. Here's the thing to think about. Anyone playing on, I'm sorry, but anybody playing on Xbox One proper, you are going to get slaughtered playing that game. If it were to happen, you would get slaughtered because there would be nothing to make up for the gyro-assisted aiming on an Xbox One controller. There's nothing to make up for the gyro-assisted aiming. Because anybody playing Splatoon proper on the Switch, especially if they do cross-platform, because you know Nintendo would want to do that, you would get murdered. Like, that's it. Game over. Your teams would get stomped. Like, or you would be the weak link to your team, getting crushed. There would be no two ways about it. And people probably saying I'm being a fanboy or whatever. Like, I'm being realistic. Playing the original Splatoon, being able to do the gyro-assisted aiming with the analog stick, that makes your aiming so much more accurate. And plus, the game isn't about kills or anything, but kills can affect the flow of that game. And if somebody sees that you are the slow member of the team and they zero in on you, those Japanese players know how to do that, you would get murdered. Now, on the PC side of things, mouse and keyboard, they might actually have a better chance. Actually, I would say yes, they do have a better chance because moving the mouse is a lot quicker than using the analog stick. So you would have that time to aim and paint whatever you need to if somebody's playing mouse and keyboard, like they're playing on PC. But it's not something I expect to happen. It could happen. I'm not denying it. It is a possibility now in this newer landscape. It's not something I expect to happen. It's not something I'm going to sit down and say, oh yeah, it's guaranteed to happen. No, I don't expect it to. I really truly don't. But what I'm looking at is people sitting here begging for Splatoon 2 on the freaking Xbox One. I'm like, you don't know what you're asking for. First of all these people that don't like these kiddie-ass games want Splatoon 2. But you don't want kiddie games on an Xbox One, which, I mean, there's plenty on it as it is. But, like, you're asking for Nintendo's first-party IP versus a not-owned IP that Microsoft funded to get the game out. It's not the same thing. But like I said, I would have gone, hey, well, if that's going to be the case, why can't we get Bayonetta 2? That would have been my thought process. Like, hey, why don't we hit Platinum up? But then again, Platinum might not want to work with Microsoft too tough. They might not want to work with Microsoft too tough since the whole incident with Scalebound. They probably were like, nah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. But if not for that, then I would say, I'd pull another move and be like, hey, well, then that's going to be the case. Why can't we get Star Fox and Starlink on the Xbox version? That would make more sense because that's a Ubisoft game. It's all at that point. It's all it is transferring code. That's really it. All it is transferring code. They could do that. Like, but I mean, I just don't see Splatoon happening personally. I really truly don't see Splatoon happening. It could. I just don't see it. It's just one of those things where I'm highly skeptical of the chances of it. I'm more skeptical of the chances of that than I was of Nintendo doing VR on the Switch. So, I mean, but I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong. So, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, thinking about the situation, thinking about the game that got moved over, and that's one of the reasons that David Baker got traded. He got traded to Microsoft for he got traded to Microsoft for some games. Nintendo said, all right, well, hey, we won't give you our games, but we'll give you David Baker. Microsoft accepted that. They accepted those terms. Well, I'm going to shut up. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.